Oh, this hurts. Especially when I see all the Let's Go Help members need help paying rent and everything. Now, if you take a look at just the news today, I went through to a little Google search and just look at the news items on rental rent grants, and it's all over that the government who's handing out the rest. See, like there's 400 different agencies that are giving out the money all over the country. Okay, so they all have a different procedure. Some are so screwed up they can't give the money out. Here, Arizona has $500 million of unused money that they haven't given out yet. New York is so screwed up. Uh, and they've been one of the last to even start giving out the money. Let me get the page here if I can. Oh, okay, here. That they have to change the rules to make it easier because nobody, they'll never finish it in time. In other words, I think they have to get it out by the end of next month or something, end of oversight. I mean, the end of August. I don't know why I said oversight. I'm trying to do two things at one time, and that is dangerous for somebody my doing one thing at one time is dangerous. Doing two things, and then sometimes I think I'm 30 years old again. I can do three things. Streamlined rent relief application. Cuomo announced on the 26th, a couple days ago, the new streamlined application process for New York's rent relief program to help eliminate potential barriers to eligible New Yorkers. This is the new process immediately relaxes documentation standards for both tenants and landlords and implements a streamlined process for submission of arrears documentation and multi-tenant landlords, whatever all that means. If it's you're in the business, you know. With these new processes in place, they hope to establish a number of viable applicants. They have only got out 4,000 cases. They have 150 people in who applied already, and they're expecting 200,000. Wow, they got 4,000 out. They're expecting 200,000. And so they're hiring like hundreds and thousands of people to help process these things. So that's why, I mean, you just can't, turn on a switch and get all this stuff done. Now, actually, this law was passed in March, and now it's all over the country. So that is every city, every state has it. Here's another one. Here, Polk County could lose homes. Renters in Polk County could lose their homes as eviction moratorium ends. See, the eviction moratorium ends, they can't get the money to people, so they won't be evicted. They have the money, they're sitting on a ton of dough, and they can't get it out. That is really a pity. Here's another one here. Where is this now? This is rent backlog, devastating consequences. State eviction moratorium looms. This is in Oregon. Okay, they have somebody's waiting for 300,000 rent grant, can't get it, and he's like, next week they're going to be evicted. Wow, it's called the Emergency Rental Assistance Program. That's what you want, Emergency Rental Assistance Program. Most people know about it now in every city and county. So you better, if you haven't applied for a rent grant, do it now. Now, who knows when it's going to come? So maybe you get it next year, but you really probably have to apply in the next 30 days or so, I would think. Maybe there are different rules all over, but don't hesitate. Just go and apply. They're so screwed up, you may never get it, but you certainly won't get it if you don't apply. But they have so much money. And this guy, I'd like to guarantee 100% it's all over there. Oh, actually, they're saying, they're telling people to go. About 80%, 67% of applicants statewide are still waiting for initial review. McDonald is a spokesman for the Oregon Housing Association said as many of 18 community agencies across the state tasked with distributing rent assistance were focused on $50 billion of rent assistance. So that's 18 different agencies giving out. And what they're saying is they say, go apply. We have so much money. Make sure you apply. It became more critical this week of those community agencies to process applications quickly. Lawmakers in Oregon passed all these laws. People aren't applying for it. I mean, it's like the Keystone Cops, Renter advocates, however, said the moratorium won't be enough to stop the wave of evictions this summer as the tenants struggle to pay for the upcoming rent bill. See, there's so much people in buying rent, so that's why at least apply. Even if it's screwed up or whatever, it's a 60-day clock starts running. I mean, it is so screwed up, and it's silly to throw up your hands. So far, this is interesting too. Virginia put up what they call a navigator, a rent navigator, at the free legal aid offices, legal aid. So if you contact legal aid in Virginia, they have a rent navigator. And actually, if you go to Just Sheltered, JustShelter.org, this is a good place to find out everything where you live, because JustShelter.org has a state-by-state listing here. See, that's community resources is what you want. Okay, and everything there is all the legal help to help you not get evicted. So they'll know about the programs where these things are not working in your area. Here's all the legal people here. See, and Virginia, these people are getting extra money to just be the navigators to find the money. See, that's what they're trying to do now, is hire navigators, people you call, because you go to Google. Don't do that, please. Go to your elected officials, some nonprofit organizations that's in doing this, or your 211, find help. And those kinds of people that are in the business of doing this, not selling you some money, selling you legal help. See, all these legal people are free. So find the free one first. So the bottom line is, there's a shitload of rent money out there. People don't know. People aren't applying. The government's so screwed up, it can't get it out because they have to follow laws that they're not being scammed by people, because that's what happens. See, the government gets, try to push out the money fast, and then these sharks out there, hey, I know how we can get money and they won't catch us. And that's very prevalent on the internet nowadays. So it's a balancing act. But I think the bottom line is, if you need rent money, apply, even though you won't get it real soon, because it can't hurt. You'll be in some system. The government's pretty honest. It's not like a company that could say, screw you. The government may do it too, but you have a better chance of it eventually falling in your lap if you do this. But there will be a deadline to apply. So the important thing is you apply. Remember what I keep saying? Apply, apply, apply. That's the key to the game. Well, I got two websites that help people find money and help they want to get out of financial trouble, or to do the things they always want to do in life: buy a house, start a business, get an education, get out of debt, things like that. And I concentrate for 40 years now, or more probably, on finding free sources of money. These are government grants or nonprofit organizations. So I have two services that help people do this. One is called letsgohelp.com. And this is a closed Facebook group, where we help each other. And I do the research. When you ask a question, you can ask me a personal question, and you start a discussion that tell me what you need money for, and I do my research to find you the best possible sources of government programs or nonprofit organizations that will help you solve that financial problem. So that's $20 or $19.95 a month. But if you don't want to join anything, and there's a lot of people like that, I understand. I have another service for only $5.95, and this is where you could download a report of all the sources of money and help in your state for your problem. So if you have a financial problem, paying bills or debt and things like that, for $5.95, you download a report of the name, address, phone number, and video instructions of how to contact these people and how to apply for their money to solve your financial problem with debt or credit card, things like that. Then there's another report for every state on starting a business, a nonprofit, or invention, or working on your crazy idea. And then also how to get a higher paying job. This is job training money, education money, college money, things like that. And what remember, they're just places in your state. That's what That's where the action is. Okay, then there's for health care, dental care, prescription drugs, and even pet care. And then there's free consultants in every state, mentoring, consulting, research, legal advice, things like that. And then real estate, you want to buy a house, rent a house, you got to pay your bills for mortgage and rent, things like that. And then about a dozen or 2 dozen places in your state that give you free legal help. So all those reports are available on letsgoreports.com. So that's 2 places. Maybe I can help you there. If not, just watch the videos on YouTube, and that gives you links to go get it yourself. The biggest problem is you have to know it's there. That's what I do, and I've been doing it for 50 years, and I hope I have about 15 more.